Hello,
Hello,
everyone,
everyone,
and
and
welcome.
welcome.
Welcome to another episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge. And today is day 35. Believe it or not, we're day 35 of the UVL 90 Day Challenge. So today we are going to be talking about.
The UVL 90 Day Challenge Day 35. How fast time flies. And the topic is reflect on our week 5 insights.
Thank you, Patsy. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about reflecting on all this week, so all the topics that we did from Sunday all the way to yesterday. So before we go into that, let's introduce ourselves. So hi everyone, my name is Sandy, and I'm the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. I'm originally from Panama, and I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner.
Okay, my name is Patsy. I am the face of the Facebook business page of Joe Pet Blessings. I am a mother of 4 and grandmother of 9. Originally, I'm from Brunei. Now I'm residing in Alberta, Canada, and I am a proud digital business owner.
Thank you, Patsy. Okay, so what is today's topic again?
Today's topic is reflect on our week 5 insight.
Thank you, Patsy. Okay, so let's start the first. So what we talk about on Sunday. So on Sunday we talk about introducing the concept of work-life balance. So how can we? Well, what was the concept of work-life balance first, and then how can we create this work-life balance? So we gave you some examples of creating that work-life balance, like for example, setting up boundaries, um, establishing, a schedule using apps to help you with that. Um, so that's one of some of the things that we talk. So what else we talk? This is our
This is
second
our
topic.
second topic.
Share your journey to achieve balance.
So this happens on Monday. So on Monday we share our journey to achieve balance, and like all of us, that we come into this business many times. Most of us, there might be some people that are very good at time management, but I wasn't one of them. So I I, for example, for me, it's been a learning curve. I'm trying to figure out ways to better manage my time. Uh, how can I make it better? So I using apps. For example, I use Calendly. So that's I can give to these or friends that need to they need some help. They can book some time, and that way I know when I have a time with them, and then I can work my day around that schedule. So you need to find ways to be able to help you. So I found that the other thing that I use in order to create that balance, I use a calendar. So I use my phone to put the meetings there, and I also print a calendar in terms to be able to see my lives when I have my guests, or if I'm missing a guest. So that way I keep track of the things that I need to, like, if I'm missing a guest, I need to find out that guest before I have the live. Or if I don't have a guest, then find a solution for that. So if no guest, that means I we need to create a topic to be able to speak and going live on that day. So that's how I share my journey in terms of achieving balance. But like I say, sometimes we plan some things, but it doesn't go the same way as we plan. So even if you can be adaptable and flexible, because your time schedule is not set as stone. So you gotta understand that too. But yeah, try to find ways to be able to achieve a better balance. You want to add something, Patsy?
No comment at the moment. You go on.
Okay. Um, So the on Tuesday, yeah, I think
I
this
think
was
this was
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Talk about effective time management. Yeah, time management is very important. I know that. Let the Sandy elaborate on that.
Yeah, so when we talk about effective time management, we're talking about work smarter, not harder. So how to work smarter in a way that to make our life easier, and ways that we can make our life easier is, finding this app that will help you to minimize the time that you usually take normally. So one of those apps will be, like scheduling ahead of time. So that way you don't have to be every day posting. Like you can do your schedules before, like ahead of time. For example, Facebook that has that application. There's other apps like, for example, Canva that you can also connect all your social media platforms, and then you can post through all your social media platform from just one post. So that's another option. But yeah, so what you want to do here is, find ways to work and save time, by using apps, or or finding ways to make it, like to make a system that works for you, that it won't take that much time. So that's what we are trying to say here about effective time management, to make sure that, we stay consistent, and be efficient. So that's what we're looking for. So the next topic that we talk about on Thursday
Thursday. Offer tips for working parents.
or Wednesday, let's see, I think it was Wednesday, offer tips for working parents. So on this one, uh, we offer tips for working parents in terms of, how can they manage, their time. How can they create, more time to be able to spend with their family, and how can they understand that, when you're working, um, they know that you're working, so that means that, uh, they shouldn't go into that area. So one of the tips that we give is make sure that you have a working space, so that way they will understand that when you're inside of your working space, that means that you are working. But also at the same time, you want to make sure as a parent that you also allocate time for your family, because you don't want to neglect your family. So the same thing goes. That's why you gotta create like a balance of between your business, your work, and your family, because you don't want to neglect either one. Okay, so you want to create those boundaries. You need to communicate with them, so they understand that when you're working, and when you are with them, the total time you're gonna be with them. So your focus is on them, so they understand that. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
The discuss self-care and stress management. I can say a bit about that. Self-care, we need to take care of ourselves. I always say we love ourselves first, and then we can love others.
Yes. Thank you, Patsy, for that. And yeah, that's true. Many times you hear that when you go on the airplane, the flight attendant say, put your mask first before you can assist others. And it's true. Um, Same thing, when you put your life jacket, if you are in a cruise or in a boat, same thing, put your life jacket first before you can help the other people. So otherwise, if you're trying to help the others and you're not taking care of yourself, how can you want to be able to help them if you already, you got sick or something? So make sure that you take care of yourself first. And one of the things that we saying about self-care is taking time for yourself. So, during that balance that we were talking earlier, make sure that you also make time for yourself, because you need to recharge your energy. You need to find that quiet time to reflect. This also will help you to be more focused and more present for your loved ones and for your business. So you want to make sure that you take self-care. Another thing is, make sure, when we're talking about stress, make sure that you recognize those stress triggers in your body. Okay, because many times we all of us know, when there's something wrong with our body. Okay, but many times we try to ignore them, and your body, uh, can handle so much, but it gets to a point that your body say enough is enough, and then boom, you end up in the hospital. So you don't want to get to that point. So make sure that if you see some stress triggers, something that you're getting stressed, then do something about it. There's so many things that you can do. You can either take a break, breathe, do your relaxation, meditate. If you need, if something, like is more problematic that you need to speak to someone, then seek for help. Because, doing taking all that into yourself is not going to help. So if you need to talk to someone to help you, then seek for help. But yeah, make sure that you take care of yourself. If you like, Patsy was saying, in the previous live, sometimes she takes little naps, to be able to recuperate her energy and continue throughout the day. So make sure that you do that. So yeah, just self-care and stress management, is very important, because you want to make sure that if you do that, you're going to be present for your family, your loved ones, and you're going to be present for your business. So yeah, because when you're stressed and if you don't take self-care, many times, the ones that get hurt are your loved ones, because of the stress, you're pushing them away, because of the reaction, so you don't want to do that. Okay, next point.
Let me share a bit about stress management.
Okay.
And it's important to take, sometimes we're so stressed we forgot to breathe. Take short breath, like a deep breath. I mean, deep breath 3 or 4 times, and then you relax yourself. Your blood pressure also goes lower. Take a deep, relax yourself. That's how one of the stress management is that.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
You
The
remind me
next.
something about and you do some dance.
I do some dance also, like dancing practice. I do at
Hmm.
home. I don't perform, not too well to perform yet, but I dance practice, and it just also get rid of my stress.
Yes. Yeah, I also love dancing, social dancing. Okay, so next point.
Feature the importance of quality family time. For me, family time is very important. I always integrate that into part of my life. I have one to one with my daughter. I have one daughter, one to one, and my son a bit difficult, but it's just schedule the time. I said I need 1 hour of your time, and that's how I organize it. Yeah.
That's good. Thank you for sharing, Patsy. Yeah, it is important, like we mentioned, make sure that you make time for your family, and don't it's not like spending time for the family like the entire day. It doesn't mean that, it's spend quality family time, but just because you're like the entire day doesn't mean that it's quality family time. You want to make sure that those time that you spend with them are memorable, that are gonna be memories that are gonna be remembered on them, forever. So make sure that you make things that they're going to enjoy. So, for example, one of the tips that we gave yesterday about that was, creating those routines, with your family. So they know, uh, this is, like what we normally do. For example, like if you like to watch a movie on the weekends together, you do that. Um, or if you want to do some play with your family, you can do that too. So there's so many things that you want to make sure that you create also those boundaries. Make sure that if you created, this time for your family, make sure that you respect that. Not that you're gonna say to them, "Oh, sorry, I cannot make it today." No, make sure that if you say that this is the time for your family, try to respect and stick to that. Okay, because that's very important. You want to make sure that you create that bond connection with your loved ones. So yeah, that's a little quick recap of what we touch, the reflection of the entire week. So we learn some new things. Some of the things, we already knew, but there's so many other things that, we learn and we're going to incorporate into our life. And I hope so that, if you got to see all the other ones, uh, all the topics that we talked this week, I hope so that, it will also help you and you can apply some of those tips that we gave. Well, that's the end for our UVL 90 Day Challenge Day 35. And what is the topic for tomorrow, Patsy?
Tomorrow topic day 36. Wow, how the time flies, huh?
Yeah.
Share a challenge you have faced recently. That's an interesting subject, huh?
Yes. So tomorrow we're gonna be talking about sharing a challenge we have faced recently. So that's a good one. So Patsy's gonna share one, and I'm gonna share one. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. So when I say thank you to all of you for watching us today. So if you guys want to follow on our Facebook business page, it is on the screen. You can follow us to get to know us a little bit more and also to get to know a little bit of our content. If you want to learn how you too you can earn online, just like we are doing, working towards that, better life for us, a better lifestyle, then you can register in our website that appears on the screen with your name and email address. And we're going to send you that invitation to watch the same webinar that Patsy and we watched and that so many of our business owners in our community have watched and that have changed their lives and is changing ours too. So in that webinar, you are not joining the business. So I just want to clarify that this is just free information for you to learn, how our business plan works. And also you'll get to see some testimonials from members of our community. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories and more information about the business. So, saying that, we want to thank everyone who watched us today. Thank you for all your likes and all your comments and emojis. Thank you for all your support. We really appreciate it. Uh, to everyone that watches today, to all our followers, thank you. And we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Saturday and weekend. So enjoy it, everyone. And until tomorrow for day 36 of the UVL 90 Day Challenge. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye.